Hey Legionnaires, and welcome back. We're here with some more NTW 3, and yes, we have the Prussians here getting ready to face down the French. We have 4 Prussian armies. It's kind of like a 100-day campaign sort of scenario going on here. We've got 4 Prussian armies facing down 4 French armies, and we actually have like the cause for Prussia. They have like Zieten here, they have Bülow, they've got Perch, I think, over on the far side with Thielmann. And so yeah, it'll be interesting to see what will happen here. They're against 4 French armies, which are all Grand Army armies. So it'll be interesting to see what they can do if they can beat the French armies. They couldn't manage to do it at the 100 years. I'm gonna keep doing that. 100 years. It's 100 days campaign. They couldn't do it in history. They needed the British help. They lost at Lingy. And they come to the aid of the British, really, and help. Together they can beat them. So it'll be interesting to see whether the Prussians today can beat the French on their own, or whether they would have required a British help again, as that man just talked over me. But if you don't know what the 100-day campaign is, it's that period between Napoleon returning to Europe and Waterloo happening, and Lingy and Quatre Bras just before, and then his exile again. That takes around about 100 days, I'm pretty sure, for all those events to happen. So it's quite a small but very action-packed period. It's going to be interesting to see what will happen. And we can see lots of French getting ready around this building here. You can see all these units are ready to fight for their emperor once again, really. I was about to say fight for the emperor, but I mean they have already won. These are all usually veterans as well. That's the thing. That's the difference between the 2 armies. I'm just keeping an eye on it. I think this is going to be the first clash of cavalry. Here we go. Going to see some dragoons going in against some Landwehr Uhlans. So it's not great quality in cavalry. But I think the Prussians are going to win that fight, because they sent in 2 cavalry to the 1 French, which is kind of an easy surprise that they won that. I don't know if they knew that the other cavalry unit was in this in the city here. But now you can see the Prussians are now going on towards the French squares. They've got lines here. Sappers actually forming square. Very nice. What are they going after? I think they're going after a general or guns. Oh, they've got Lobau here. Oh yeah, the guns. Oh my gosh. Firing canister off, and they're desperately. Yeah, they just routed at the right moment, those hussars. Oh no, they're more Uhlans gone. Just like that. But yes, if you're enjoying seeing NTW3 on the channel at the moment and would like to see more, then do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and leave a comment to show your support. This was, I took this from one of the members of the Lords Discord. Quite kindly allowed me to use it, and yeah, it's looking quite good. It's setting up quite nicely. There's a huge French positions over here, so we've got some really good players here today, and from the Lords Discord, like I mentioned, and so I imagine there's gonna be a lot of good tactics, a lot of counter moves and stuff like that. And you can see like lots of good use of the column formation here. Use columns to move quickly in NTW3 and also down a road, so double as quick. So that'll be, so like I said there, some good use of tactics and also abilities that are in NTW3. You don't often see everyone use it. Some players play this mod like it's vanilla, and they get punished for it. But yes, if you'd like to join either the Lords Discord to get involved in some NTW3 games, or my own Discord to just interact with myself or with other players, or just members of the community, then both links will be down below in the description, so you are able to get as much NTW3 as you can possibly fill your time with. But yeah, as you can see here, I mean, the French is quite happy to set up. I think they've realized that first cavalry attack wasn't really the best idea. I mean, there actually is more cavalry fighting going on the far side now, I've just realized. And yeah, oh my gosh, the French and the Prussians going for a huge fight here. Lots of Chevaliers and dragoons and all sorts of chasseurs. And it looks like, I mean, cavalry attacks are so quick. It's just instantly, it's like clash of cavalry, and then usually one side breaks. Because here, it looks like the Chevaliers are going to win this fight. They're not going to win the entire thing though, because there are so many Prussian cavalry units here. Dragoons everywhere. You've got the dragoons in their blue and the Chevaliers in their green. They look awesome. Yeah, that's another little skirmish, and again on the far side, seeing more skirmishes going on. We've got cavalry engaging here as well, so both sides really expending most of their cavalry. You got lots of Uhlans here getting broken. What's this? The guns have gone again. Okay, so they actually broke the guns, but then we've actually got pretty elite unit, I'd have said. This is oh no, maybe not. It's just chasseurs. I was getting mixed up with another unit. But yeah, Lobau was really trying to hide within his dragoons here, try and hide. and so he doesn't get killed off by these poor Uhlans. And yeah, they're actually going to go out and fight that. I don't know, that's worth it. Actually, they might win that. I mean, the Prussians may then have no cavalry on this whole flank. I'm pretty... Oh no, they're getting more sent across, more hussars coming across. I was going to say, there's so many... The Prussians brought so much cavalry. Look at this. Loads and loads of Uhlans and dragoons. It's just ridiculous. And now, because they've won that flank of the Prussians, they now have a huge flank around, and they now surround this corps over here. Which corps is this led by? This looks like it's led by Rial. Okay, so I'll be interested to see what he does with this. I mean, what we've got here, we've got line infantry going back. They're going to go and protect the rear. Same over there. We've got more line infantry just protecting the rear, forming square, while the rest of the line, I presume, is going to move forward. The Prussian infantry is pretty damn trash in comparison to the French, but it is merely supposed to just hold the line while units like the artillery and the cavalry do the rest of the work. And I don't know why all these units are just disappearing and then reappearing, but we move on. We don't worry about it. I love the black uniforms here of this unit. Old musketeers. They're from the Lutzow. These Prussians, Lutzow. And the French. The French in their white and blue, classic white and blue. Look glorious. The uniforms just look amazing, and I'm glad that, and I mean the volleys as well, are just equally as good. But yeah, I mean this period is just amazing for like great uniforms, for just glorious line battles, and just generally land battles, and cavalry coming in to like save the day. I mean, it's like the last, I say, main conflict where cavalry like... Oh, yes, excellent. Just got that just in time. Yeah, where cavalry kind of like actually has a bit of a glorious time. Like, obviously the other like major war that cavalry's like in is the Crimean War, but they don't do well in it. They you can see like rifles and cannons coming in to that period, and well, not quite rifles. There are rifled guns, but not rifles as we see them today. Or even like World War I or World War II, but like, yeah, like rifled guns and cannons, they just decimate cavalry. This is like the last period that cavalry, on the European stage anyway, like has a glorious time. And you can see here the French are having a good old duke out. Oh my gosh, artillery going off, but yeah, they're duking it out with the Prussians, fighting for survival. This line needs to reform. What's this? This is a light infantry here. And yeah, I mean, they're actually doing a lot of damage. I say this middle unit here, this Fusilier unit here, getting broken. It's falling back as well now. It's always a temptation to zoom in when you're watching these line battles, but like you can't always do it because something else is going on the other side of the battlefield, and you're like, I need to quickly get there. But we'll enjoy it for a few brief seconds. Just watch these Frenchies do their best. Look at that. Look at that, they're firing so quickly. We've got reserves here as well. And what's happening here? Oh, it's the Prussian cavalry's got in behind again. It's actually going to risk it. I think they try to take out, I don't know what they try to take out. Maybe the guns here again, they've been broken. And as one of them, and the rest have been badly mauled. And here comes some chasseurs. They're going to try and keep this cavalry in place. I don't know why they don't then just send in an infantry unit, either in melee or into like focus fire at really close point blank range. They could break all this Prussian cav then. They could break all this Prussian cav quite easily. There you go. You can see chasseurs just breaking like that. Now the French are going to have to just, yeah, turn stuff around. They're going to go for Rial. They're going for Rial. Apparently glorious victory is already soon to be someone's. Yet we've yet to really see any major fighting going on. I mean, we've seen a bit of cavalry. Yeah, not Lobau. Rial here is just got away with his life. The artillery not so lucky. An 8-pounder just mauled, and this dragoon is still going strong. They need to be careful they don't kill Rial in this musket fire, because Rial's still in here. There you go. He's gone, and now the fight really in the center is starting to take stage. I mean, it looks like the Prussians have won this right side. The French seem to have just vacated it. It looks like Lobau's come over to this side. Got lots of land there. You can see this is... Look at this huge unit of 215. That will not stand long. They're going to be terrible morale. I mean, these guys are... Again, actually, no, these guys are musketeers. These Brandenburg musketeers, they look pretty awesome. I won't lie. As they keep flickering a bit. And the French Firing off volley after volley. Oh, it looks glorious as ever.
Sir, our general is under attack.
A general's under attack already? Oh, it's Thielman, I'm pretty sure. No, Zieten. Zieten, oh, he's going to dismount. He's going to dismount and I presume to try and get his men like out of fire, like basically out of cannon fire range. Or not range, but like at the level of cannons. Look at this huge long line of French as well that's forming up. Jeez. What have we got? We've got lots of line infantry. I haven't seen anything like not dragoons, guards or grenadier guards yet. Or grenadiers of the line, in fact. Kind of interesting that we haven't seen any of them. Let's have a nice volley from the French here. Oh, there's a howitzer going on. Okay. Don't often see them being brought to the battle. I'm presuming that's Prussia that brought that. Where's that howitzer? It's back here. Have they got two of them? Yeah, they got a couple of howitzers going. That's awesome. And you can tell it's a howitzer by the size of the gun. It's just like a tiny little thing. But it like fires a shell that's going to then just explode and shrapnel goes over. And there's a lot of damage, probably to like morale. A bit like normal artillery does. And it's, I mean, it probably just gets some kills. Firing shrapnel into like a big chunk of infantry. Like that. Didn't see any die in this unit here. These guys look so immaculate. And they're white and blue. Oh, I love it. I actually love it. And they're retreating. No, don't retreat. It's not the French way. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, you can see, I think these units behind the enemy lines, basically they're just support for morale. They're just like, there was men behind them, so we'll be okay. So for the low morale troops, that's kind of what you have to do. You have to have like a second rank, kind of just reinforce them. You can see they're all land there. So there's no point to really them being there apart from just giving that morale basis. There's just so much landwehr in these armies. Like, I think this is all Burlo, yeah. Or Bulow. He's just bringing like landwehr after landwehr, and I love it. Look at these guys. Rank upon rank. They go on forever. And yeah, these like the guys are just literally like just pulled off the street, given a gun. They're not barely trained. They're actually going to face some of the most well-trained troops in Europe at this point. Even if it is like the 100 days campaign, these guys are still veterans. Oh, I was gonna say, I was coming over to look at this, the line infantry here, the light infantry, sorry. These guys, oh, look at them. Look at them. Glorious. The colours as well. Colours in this game is so appealing. Some a volley from this light infantry. Oh, yes. There we go. And I can hear cavalry going off. Oh, no, it's just cavalry that's like debating something. I mean, dragoons, quite a lot of dragoons on this side. I mean, there's more Uhlans, but I'd say that, oh, I don't know, yeah, if they keep getting the dragoon shot, that's a poor idea, but I mean, these are all like Uhlans. I mean, I would have thought the dragoons would do okay against that fight, but I mean, I'm not sure. And this is a massive duel that's going on. Look at this, like, firefight. This is what I mean by an insane, like, line battle. That is a huge long line. And these, got small units here. We've got units in reserve. Any of these guards or grenadiers of the line? No, not that I can tell. I mean, I imagine grenadiers, if anywhere, are going to be in buildings waiting for any sort of like assault on them. You can see units are still falling back. This flank is getting absolutely hammered. Lobau is having a really hard time. I don't know. There must be another marshal here. There must be. Oh, no, it's not even Lobau. It's Rial. I keep mixing Rial and Lobau up. We have Van Damme here as well. Okay, so Van Damme is here. He's kind of stretched between the centre and that right-hand flank. The Swiss infantry here. These are guys in their red. These would confuse any Brit that was fighting. You'd just be like, what? Why is there guys in red on the opponent's side? It's because it's a Swiss. The Swiss are here. And again, more like line infantry. It's stretched so thin. Come on, French. You've got to hold this line. For the Emperor, he's only just returned. He can't go back to exile. He'll die this time. They'll send him to somewhere much worse than Elba. Can't have that happening. Cannot have that happening. I mean, yeah, the Prussians are I'd say the Prussians are probably losing the firefight in the sense that, well, look at the bodies. There is so many more bodies. Like the French volley is just devastating compared to, say, like the Prussian one, which is no surprise. But the Prussian advance just is endless. They'll just push forward anyway. Like they're putting forward these 250 odd men, like not even divisions, regiments. And they're like, right, that's fine. You can keep gunning down our men, but can you gun them down quickly enough? And the answer is no. The French just can't. They keep having to fall back. I mean, to be fair, the French are falling back, and they actually do reveal quite a lot of bodies. And here we go. We're gonna have a charge. This is some Landwehr Uhlans again. In they go. And they're gonna rout that unit certainly, and they're routing the ones behind them. There you go. Look at that. It's opening up a nice big hole in this line formation. And now they can split the two. And look, they're gonna pour through more Uhlans here. They're gonna try and do this. They're gonna try and I think. Basically split Van Damme off from this flank. Even if he's got stuff on this side, it's getting split. Now you can see the French are drawing more troops that were over on this side defending Lobau's flank. Now the Prussians just really strike on that remaining cavalry there on that flank. As Dragoons come in to try and scare off these Uhlans. They probably will successfully. But then they could run into the infantry here. They need to be careful. Yeah, it's risky. It's risky. Yeah, there's Dragoons. Oh, and there's got Hussars in here. Hussars and Dragoons. Jeez. They really threw in the lot, but now I think the Prussians should have thrown their lot in. Take out this Dragoon unit, and then the flank of the left of the French was for the taking, really. Like, I mean, the French were so occupied with the center that they left the left quite unoccupied. As you can see, the French falling back still. Don't know what this. Oh, the gun's broken. It's fleeing. Okay. I'm sure they're gonna fall back to this village here, really. I would if I was them. I mean, there's a big gap in the middle here. I mean, there are going to be stuff hidden here that we can't see for the French, but even still, there's no way they have enough troops to cover this entire area. Got troops over here just hiding, chilling, waiting for the orders to march forward. And now they're starting to fight it out in the village here. You can see these Frenchies in their crisp uniforms firing volleys. Nothing more satisfying in the afternoon than a couple of volleys from the line infantry of whatever Napoleonic army, to be honest. The French, I'd say, definitely are one of my more favourites. Just because they look good. The Prussians just don't look nice. They got very drab uniforms. The Prussians didn't care about how good their armies looked, more that they were efficient, which is the German way, really. Same kind of with the British. The British kind of give their troops pretty poor kit. And they instantly replaced it with better French kit when they got the chance. Which was just to the annoyance of their officers. I'm sure they did not appreciate their armies being kitted out in French equipment when they're supposed to be fighting the French. But that's just the way of war. That is the way of war. You see a lot of scavenging. Yeah, I mean, there's this gun here right ahead of them. Probably should be putting chunks into these three units here. Oh, there you go. This poor guy just got shot and killed. Rip in peace to him. There are units in this building. It takes forever to destroy a building with artillery though, so not really worth it. Not worth it at all. Lovely, lovely. Smoke filling the air, getting into your lungs. The best type of smoking, inhaling gunpowder smoke. Volley fire smoke. You can see the guns in the background, they're getting ready. Going to put some holes into those infantry lines there, I think. Oh yeah, you can already see they have with the morale. And there you go. They found the guns in these woods over here. There's another 6-pounder, and it's going to get routed by all these Uhlan cavalry. They've clearly just spammed out these lances, these cheap lancers, and they don't care if they lose them. Because they're just using them to take out really key stuff like guns and other artillery and generals if they get a chance, I imagine. But, I mean, actually, the French have a lot on this right flank. Rial is not out. He's got a lot of stuff, actually. Here we go. Look at this line of French. This looks magnificent. They're going to just look at this, firing down the line. It's like Mexican wave almost. These guys are a bit slow. Oh, that guy was very slow. That's awesome. That was awesome. That was nearly perfect. It just like, it starts at that far side. Everything just like fired from one end down to the other. It was nearly perfect. Oh. The Prussians should have just broken in fear just at that. You can see that the French gone with the classic column formation. Column was definitely better for morale in NTW 3. While the Prussians have kind of gone for more of a stretch thing, trying to get around the flanks of the French and do more damage. I guess their morale's already just pretty shaky as it is, so they've got to try and use some different tactics out if they want to break them. I mean, this unit on the end's nearly breaking for the French, and then the Prussians can just form around again in their crescent. The French are actually bringing up some reinforcements to try and turn that Prussian flank, and it has succeeded. They are now having to turn some units to face them. But they have to be careful because there are cavalry and stuff knocking about. There's dragoons back here. Don't want to let some units get isolated. And there we go. We've got Pioneers of Perch coming up now. I mean, Perch is actually falling back with his some of his I want to keep calling them divisions, but it's regiments. His regiments is falling back with some, and you can see Thielman is really pushing up here. He's going to take this village soon. He should really take this village. We can take this village with a bit of speed and rapidity. You can then get in behind like Van Damme's army. Well, the rest of Van Damme's army all the way down here. And I'm pretty sure we've got Grouchy swords here, and so is Lobau. So that's kind of it. And there you go. You can see that the cavalry out here on this far side, those dragoons finally got taken out by these 3 cavalry units. I mean, they're pretty beaten up now. This is August von Nissu here, actually. So we've got another general here. Oh, he's part of Bulow's corps. He's just like a sub-commander. Fair enough. Fair enough. But yeah, we've got Lobau here. He's looking pretty low on his general staff at the moment. But he needs to sort. I mean, they need to sort out their formations here. They can't have these units stood in behind because they might automatically start shooting and just gun down this unit and break it. That happens quite a lot, more than you would think in these matches. And yeah, it does no blessings for your own morale. Here we go, we've got some sappers. These are like looking like the closest thing we're going to have to any grenadiers today. Look at these angry men with the big bearskin hats. They look awesome. They look very nice. And yeah, I mean the French I think they're trying to stretch out the Prussians. I don't know, but the Prussians have got more than enough troops to match them really. I mean they've got so many of these blooming. I mean actually these are musketeers, but they've got like landwehr just dotted around. Just in support, and I can hear cavalry off again. They've sent more cavalry. I think this is this is some of the dragoons Orleans. These were originally on the left. They now come to the center, and yeah, they're gonna have to turn around and face this landwehr Ullen. They should win that fight. I actually think these Ullens, they're pretty under strength. They've been in a lot of fighting. Yeah, it's just the second unit that comes in, the hussars, that worries the French, and it actually has. I mean, they try to fall back and it's damaged morale, and you can see that the Prussians have gone straight down the middle of this formation. And look at this, and they've gone straight for the guns. Got some Lansdowne. They're doing great work with these Lansdownes, just taking out key things. This is like a 12-pounder here. That's a real shame that's gone. And a general has died. Whose general just died? I don't know. Was it? Oh, it's here. It's Lobau. Lobau's just gone. Okay, so the left flank for the French is now without a general. I'm not quite sure exactly where Lobau's troops are exactly dispositioned because all of them just say Grand Army. But it's not looking good. And you can see Thielman here is really forcing back this defense here in the village. He needs to just push in. And there's another general dead. That must be Grouchy. Yeah, I'm going to say that one must be Grouchy. Yeah, Grouchy, and he's got much larger staff left. It's like the 4 or 5 guys that died there. Yeah, they were unlucky, but yeah. So there's no generals on this left flank now. So this French left is for the taking, really. So the Prussians need to be moving on and making advances as the Landwehr just carries on with its endless marching. And the French, they'll set up, they'll be ready. I kind of like their hats. They kind of look like they're ready for winter, though. I mean, this is like the middle of June. Pretty sure. It's like the 100 Days campaign. It's like June, July. So, don't know why they've got those sort of hats ready. Don't need them. And here we go. Look at this. It looks like Rial has been completely split off from Van Damme. Some of these troops might be Rial's. But yeah, there's like a full-on wedge now between the two. So Rial is really in trouble. He's had a really rough game the entire game. I don't know really what he could have done differently. I mean, just the army compositions for the two forces. Like, Prussia's just brought so much cavalry. And it's just made this. They like got rid of artillery. They've got rid of other cavalry for the French. Generals recently with Lobau has been killed by cavalry. And like those little things that they just killed off, those key things have not allowed the French to basically have a chance. It's a real shame, I guess, in that sense. But yes, I mean, I think Rial needs to take some sort of offensive, push back this Prussian forces, try and rejoin up with Van Damme. It's either that or his position gets worse every time he falls back. I mean, Van Damme's also got threat that he might be backing onto the French front line, so they get fully surrounded, the French. But you can see a huge break in the center here. Not sure why this has happened. Maybe just from musket fire. But yeah, this is a huge, huge break. A lot of these units are pretty low or just not 100%. I mean, it's not helping they've got no generals like I mentioned. A volley for the Emperor, please. Surprising Napoleon's not here. I would have thought in the Grand Army, like Rossi, he'd be in the Rossi. You could play as him, but maybe not. Maybe you can just play as his marshals. I can hear more like combat. Oh, did the French make it a charge? I didn't even realize. Sent the sappers forward, 42, and they broke against Landwehr. I mean, they killed a lot of Landwehr. They all died from the sappers, but still. That's not good. I mean, I'd send the Grouchy and use them as like a little cavalry flanking force, possibly. I don't know. Lobau's got troops all the way out here. He probably could take on this Prussian army. I mean, he certainly could if he was alive. I mean, the cavalry might be an issue. I don't know. I don't know. It's tough to say. It's tough to say. Like, morale is not the greatest in Napoleon Total War 3, I've been told, if you lose your general. I mean, I'm seeing it with what's breaking. Currently, look at this. It's not looking good for the... Oh, yeah, the French centre's gone. Yeah, oh, yeah. We can see this. Look at this. This is now Zieten. He's flanking on round. And Van Damme, and I don't know, this might be some part of Grouchy or whatever. It's now going to defend the rear. Oh yeah, and Grouchy's kind of just gone into combat. That's a brave thing. I mean, Grouchy's long dead. He died to a stray cannonball, but his staff will go in and die for him. And yeah, it's already looking like it's going to be a Prussian victory. They have the cavalry. They have the numbers. What is going on here? This is still a Prussian, like, probably one of the only areas that the Prussians have to worry about. It's fairly evenly matched. Real is still alive.
Our men are running, sir.
Men are breaking. Who's breaking? Oh, the cavalry. They actually did break to this infantry, so there is a chance that they could break this. I mean, most of this is Landwehr. They decided to add, so it shouldn't be hard to kill or break. More cavalry coming over. And there you go, the centre is gone fully. Grouchy's broken. There's this one unit of light infantry left doing its bit. It's going to do a brave last advance forward. Probably end up dying to Landwehr. I mean, this is all Landwehr. Look at this. This is silly. They could probably just fire near the French and they break. They don't even care if they fire at each other because their morale is just non-existent and their purpose is non-existent. And there you go, they broke the French. The French centre is gone, really. The new French centre is kind of Van Damme here, who's in a really bad spot. Oh dear. Yeah, bayonet charges. Bayonet charges are pretty bad for either side, though. Both sides can break in a bayonet charge. Or the attacker can just break on his own. Like, he initiates the bayonet charge and breaks. But not in this case. Look at this. Just a massive infantry. And they've overwhelmed the two French regiments they've engaged. And they're doing the same here. Just doing it in mass. So if one breaks, another one's already ready to take the place. And the infantry taking over from where the cavalry left off. They've been running down French infantry all day, and now they can do it. I mean, yeah, this is a real concern. Van Damme has basically got. Oh my gosh, yeah, Van Damme just went just like that. That's really nicely done by the Prussians. Charged in and then just swooped in. Anything that's left behind just gets killed by the Prussian reinforcements. And here we go, another unit of line infantry just chilling, waiting for the inevitable. And yeah, I don't know where Van Damme's unit is. Like the actual, I think he might have got out of here. I think he might be over here with Real. But I mean, yeah, Real's nearly gone as well. Look at this. Wow, that was an absolute slaughter. It's actually a pretty quick battle, in fairness, in comparison to say some of the other ones. But yeah, the French just got absolutely walloped by the Prussians. This is a massacre, put it like that. I mean, the cavalry just did so much damage early on. And the French made the initiate the challenge.
killed their
There you go,
general,
another
sir.
general
Now
dead.
they
I
must
wonder which one
break.
that one's gone. That might be Van Damme. Yeah, it's got to be Van Damme if it's over here. Wherever he is. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, I mean, like I said, the French initiated that cavalry attack, and I don't know if that was really in their best interest. They should have really just played defensive and wait for the Prussian cavalry to come to them, and then use their infantry along with the cavalry to win the cavalry fight. I think would have been a really good idea. You see the infantry just breaking on like the sides of the land of air appearing. No surprise, they are scary people. What have we got here? More line infantry, a fresh line infantry. It's probably been guarding a building the entire game, and it's now being mobilized forward. I don't like doing that. I mean, people like sending just one unit off to go and capture a building. Yeah, if like the occasion appears that you need to actually do that, then yeah, maybe. But I mean, there's another one here. You can see that's just been sat in there. But I want every single line infantryman that I can possibly get in the battle personally. I want every gun trained on the enemy. I don't want to leave stuff behind just to like hold stuff, especially if like you've got ages in the battle and it's a fresh army, it's a fresh fight. You don't leave the infantry unit behind. You play defensive. As soon as it starts to go wrong, you start to defend, send stuff back, go and defend buildings, try and just run down time, try and win it by points rather than by actually winning the battle. But there you go. I mean, this is going to be a pretty... There you go. I mean, they're taking buildings now. The Prussians taking this building. Pioneers. And yeah, I mean, there's just this one poor unit here. The Oms differ. Oms differ, holding the line. And actually, I think they're going to get charged. They are getting charged. What are they getting charged by? Oh, just some musketeers. Okay. Kolberg musketeers. And they break like that. I don't even know what happened to Rial. I don't even know if Rial died or if he broke or what. I don't know where Van Damme is. I guess maybe no one does. This is clearly... Oh, God. Good God. And there you go. Victory for the Prussians. This was sent in by Nate the Devourer. So well done to him and his teammates for winning. And well done to the French as well for, well, putting up a good fight. I mean, they actually got some decent kills, some of them. But yeah, we'll quickly have a look. So Nate got 122 kills. He got Gord, who's playing as... well, yeah, Nate was playing as Zeton. You got Gord, who was playing as Perch. You got Alex the Great, who's playing as Bulow. And you have Weissman, who's playing as Thielmann. Perch got the most kills. That's actually not surprising since he was fighting in the centre where kind of most of the intense fighting was going on. Obviously, his cavalry may be elsewhere as well. So they may have got lots of kills on the flanks. And who got the most kills for the French? It was the Jokadale here, who was playing as Van Damme, which I'm kind of surprised by actually, because I didn't feel like Van Damme did a lot of fighting on that flank, unless he had a lot of troops in the centre helping Grouchy, which he may have done. But anyway, well done to both of them and to their teammates. So we'll quickly have a look at the end results for Nate's army here. His Dragoons getting the most kills, 133, 105 for his Musketeers here. His 104 for his another Musketeer unit, and that's kind of all the units to get plus 100. His cavalry did okay, but like I said, the cavalry he sent after going after key targets like other cavalry or artillery or generals, and that was a really smart idea, I thought. So yeah, there you go. There are the end results if you want to have a look at them. But anyway, if you enjoyed, guys, then do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and if you want to see more NTW3, then do remember to leave a comment to let me know. And just to show you support as we work towards 2,500 subs, and we've done a really good job. So keep it up, guys. Thanks for all the support. And until next time, Legionnaires, I will see you in the next one.